Alright guys, Saturday, May 17, doing a review video for what the market has given us this week. And this is what you've been missing if you are not one of our members. Okay, if you're not a member, this is what you have missed. As of May 16th, yesterday, we have captured over 1300 pips. You see it on the screen, 1316 pips at ForexTradingZones.com. Trading a standard account, that would be equal to $13,000 plus. If trading a mini account, that's going to be equal to around $1,300. All right, so this is what you've been missing if not a member of our group. How do we do it? Well, we trade for targets. We're looking for the highest probability trades that the market is there to give us. This is one of the trades that we took for the week of May 5th to May the 9th, I believe. Yes, this was the pound chief. We were waiting for the break, right? And there was a small triangle inside a big triangle, okay? We waited for it. We took the trade all the way to the top of the trade for 57 pips. The next one was the New Zealand yen, unsustainable move out of an expanding wedge, waiting for the break. That gave us around 109 pips for another $1,000. You waited and waited and waited, and that's how you trade for targets. Okay. Aussie dollar gave us a bull flag. We waited for the break of that bull flag, coming off a PSR, and off the PSR we went all the way to the resistance around 93.90 for 50 pips. Okay, you can see it right there. Another one, the pound. This was the pound trade. We captured 94 pips of the one of them was ascending wedge and the break of a bull flag. So that was 94 pips in the pound. Aussie Chief gave us 80 pips. 80 pips. We were waiting for the break hook and go of the currency, and that's exactly what happened. So these are the type of trades that you are gonna find with us in the room. New Zealand 70 Euro New Zealand 70 pips. Okay, right at the break of the bear flag, right at the break hook and go. That gave us 70 pips for the past week. This was one of our last trade of the past week. That was the Euro Aussie. Right, break of the bear flag twice. We captured around 45 pips each trade for another 90 pips. Those trades that we just reviewed were the one from May the 2nd through May 9th. Okay, so that was a 749 pips captured. Just last week, May 11 to the 16th, we captured an additional 567 pips. Again, for a total of 1,316 as of today, May 16th. Okay, so what is it that we do in our training room? What is it that you will learn in the training room? Well, first thing you will learn it is when to trade and when not to trade. Something that is hard for some retail mentality, retail traders. Okay. What else are you gonna learn? Well, you're gonna learn to identify trends, patterns, learn how to use PSRs, learn how to use Fib numbers, Fibonacci retracements, and learn to trade for targets and not for 3 or 5 pips. Okay, going at it, this is the cost of our training room. It is only $249 a month. We have multiple sessions. We have New York sessions, London sessions. Monday night we do a construction day setup to see what the bankers are up to it. Okay, and that is being done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We meet around 4 days a week. We don't trade Fridays, so we don't have a class on Friday because the bankers are closing their books that day. Okay, so just for the week of May 2nd to the 9th, you saw already that was a 749 pips, correct? Well, the cost of the room is only 249. That means that if you collect 25 pips a month, the cost for the room is actually free. So, free training room at the time that you collect 25 pips a month of a standard contract. All right? It's not about trading every day. It's about waiting for the right trade to take. Okay? So, here's what the currencies might give us this week. Let's go over to the euro. This is a session analysis over the weekend that I always do for you guys. And let me show you what the daily is showing us. Let's go look at the big picture. In the bigger picture, you can see it in here what the bankers are working a type of channel right now to the downside. In the euro, this was after the news of last week, last Friday, 2 weeks ago, about Draghi speaking about some comments regarding inflation and the measures that they're going to bring to the table. As you guys can see right now, we are sitting right at a PSR, and let me go to the 240 to see what to expect from the euro dollar this week. Okay, let's see. For the week, you see here a PSR that comes from the past. This is how we trade. This is a resistance in the past, and it became support right here in the future. Okay, we'll be interested to take the currency once it's above break hook and go on your 137.35 to the 13800, which will be the top of our channel. All depends on what the dollar does this week. Okay, going to the loonie. Let's check out the loonie and see what the loonie is giving us. Let's go to the daily to see the big picture. This is how the bigger picture looks like. We have a very nice defined trend line to the upside. Okay, very well defined. Now going to the 240, we see that they are working a channel to the downside since about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, since April, May, starting the month of May, they decided just to give us a trend to the downside. We have this down channel then being worked out. We have this strong support in here that is giving us some hints as to why the bankers are stopping at this level. They barely broke it yesterday. We'll see what they're gonna do on Monday, but we'll be interested to buy this currency the moment it goes above 109.20. 109.20 will take us to the 109.80 support line. So we'll be interested in that. But once they break this support, we'll see for them to come and give us a double bottom to the 10800 level. So that's interesting to watch for the next week. Okay, let's keep going and look at the chief. What is the chief giving us? Well, the chief, let's look at the daily for you guys to see the bigger picture and see what the guys are working at. We're barely coming off this huge downtrend for about a year already, right? Since last July. And now we're seeing them barely. They are just barely breaking it up right now. They have given us that move. And we'll see if it's going to be enough or if they're going to give us a retracement and then pull it again back. That will be a 1, 2, 3 wave. So let's go to the 240 world and let's see what these guys are doing. We have a wedge, expanding wedge right here again. This was a trade from Friday with one of our traders right here in this expanding wedge. They took it all the way to the bottom and then they were just bouncing it down. Once they break the 188.60, be careful because we can come all the way to the trend line right about here, which is the 88.22, maybe 8800. Okay, this is for the next week, 8800. We have a nice support build up, okay, at the 88.60 level. If this is to continue, here is what we'll be looking for. To the upside, it looks like the next line, it would be this one around the 90 level. Currently, we are at 89.15. Is only 85 pips to take it to our 90. Yeah, 90. Okay, that's in the chief. Now let's go to the JPY, see what the yen is doing. And this week, bigger picture here. Let's take a look. Okay, again, they're working a nice channel to the downside. Okay, nice channel. And we have a clear definition as to why they are breaking up this 50% line every time they come at it. Now they're sitting there for the past 2 weeks. I mean, look at clearly here. Let me show you. All right, here it is, the 50 line. Here, this is a daily chart. They were sitting there 1 week. They were sitting here last couple of weeks. Since May, they've been sitting at that level, 101.50, 102.50. That's the little box that they've been working at. We'll see if we get some nice movement in this week. Currently we are inside a triangle, right? Asymmetrical triangle. And once we break this triangle, we can easily see our target. We have these lows right here that have served as a support in the past, 101.20. We'll be looking to see if we break through, we can come to the following, which is 184. 184. So watch out the moment we break this channel. We're not interested in buying unless they break above 101.70, 101.80 to give us a break who can go again to the top of 102.40, which was done a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I'm sorry, May 11. Yeah. So let's go to the Aussie dollar, see what the Aussie is giving us. Daily. Let's go to the bigger picture, and you can see in the daily, this is a nice defined chart that they are working in the bigger picture. It looks like we're waiting for the confirmation, I mean for the continuation to the fifth wave. This is what I'm looking for, and let me see if you can see it here. There will be a hold on, wave number one, wave number two. This can potentially be a wave number three, and you see that the wave number four was already completed, and it looks like they're working already at wave number five. So our trend remains intact. We're gonna see if this week gonna get completed. Looking at in the 240 world, here is what I'm expecting. Okay, in the 240 world, give me one chance here. Here we have an symmetrical, okay, expanding symmetrical triangle right here. And you can see the moment we break that symmetrical triangle, that symmetrical expanding, I'm sorry, we'll have two things to work with. This was one of the trades. Let me get rid of this for now. This was one of the trades to the upside that we'll be looking for. Once they complete this area, once they get out of here, because they are inside this big triangle, okay? And this, as you can see it, is an expanding symmetrical. You see it right there, okay? Once they get out of there, okay, we will see, all right, we will see if that ascending symmetrical triangle will be completed to the E. The E will be a 94.25. Can you guys see that? That will be 94 and 25. That's 50, around 50 pips from where we currently are. But that triangle is something to look for in the coming week. Okay, all we will need is for them to give us a break, hook, and go. See, our first stop, once you see it clearly, let me define it for you. Once you see that we are inside this triangle, okay, you will see the following. Let me change color here. This is what we'll be waiting for. Okay, we'll be waiting for them to come and break it, hook it, and then stopped at this PSR. Past support in the past will become resistance in the future. Once we have this taken care of, we might see another break, another hook, and another go to the ultimate top, which is the 94.30. 94.30. It will be the top of the expanding triangle. Okay, that is in the Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at the New Zealand and see what the New Zealand might give us. This is the New Zealand daily chart. Let's take a look at the daily chart, and you see a very well defined right here, a low and a top right over here. Okay, and we are sitting at the 23.6 retracement on this particular currency. Not even there. We barely touch it and bounce back of it. So we have a bunch of square ups to get done. But let's go to look at the 240 world. Looking at the 240 world, we have already, again, this is very important. Here is our low, here is our high, and here is the unsustainable move. And this is how we trade. You see the 618 number here. You see the 50% retracement. So the big guys, they knew where to stop. They knew again where to stop at the 618. Okay, and they are about to stop again over here. So now we have a descending. This is a falling wedge that we are currently working on. So if they decide to break higher, we'll be looking to stop at 86.43. Once they break 86.43, our target will be 86.80, going to the top again at 87.10. So beware of this move in the New Zealand. Okay, that's the New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look to the downside. Okay, New Zealand to the downside, they will have to break, and they need to break 85 or 8600. Once they work the falling wedge and they break 85.93, we will be looking for this trade. To the downside, this looks really nice. To 85.20 will be this support line right here around 85.20, 85.10 that was built up right on April 27. We'll still have that to the downside, but we're interested to the upside as well to see if they break out of that falling wedge. Pound, let's take a look at the pound cable. What the cable done? We have finally touched that 170, 170, and this was a nice defined structure given to us back in April. They gave us a 1 2 3 4 5 and A, B, and C, so that was really nice. Apparently right now this is what it looks like. It looks like they are working a nice channel to the downside. Okay, so we need to be aware of that. Now going to the 240 world, let's go to the 240 world and check it out. Okay, this is the 240 world. Okay, we have a bunch of PSRs. And why is important to know your PSRs? Why is it that is important? Here you can see why. Why this PSR that was a past resistance became a support right at this level. See? And it was a nice bounce from 167.20 all the way to 168.20 for about 100 pips. This is why it's important to know where those PSRs are in your charts. Come to a room and check it out. You will see for yourself how is it that we trade, okay, the way and to collect about 700 pips. How is it that it is done? Okay, this is what we have done on for the month of May, 1,316 pips. So I hope to see you guys in the room. We have some free open house where you can sign up for free webinars. Okay, we'll do it the same as the session, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, it's not about trading every day. Okay, it's not about trading every day. It's about waiting for the right trade to take. So I expect to see you guys in there. And this is what you're gonna learn. Here are the sessions, the times. All right, it's at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesday we have another one at around 2 o'clock in the morning or 11. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when we start, but we have plenty of time to go over the currencies. And we have our analysis. Let me show you how is it that gets done. The analysis is done this way. When you come to a room, we have a file which we work daily. Okay, the file is being taken and we look at the potential movement on each currency. We know what the daily trend it is, and we write down what the 240 trend is. Once we have those two in place, we will come and analyze whether they are inside a triangle like this one. We're waiting for direction. We have one live trace or two live trace that we take in the room, waiting for the hook and go on the currency. Okay, some of them are alerts like this one. We took an alert live in our training room for about 65 pips in the pound New Zealand. You can see it here. And then we look at the potential trades to take. Okay, one of them we're looking at the Aussie dollar. We were looking at the Canadian. That was a live trade. Canadian, whether to go short or long, you will have both of this analysis done in the room, and you will need to come and check it out yourself. Again, this is how we trade for targets. That is how we trade for targets, and that is how we are able to collect the amount of pips that you see in the screen.